Hey there guys, it's MR.Q from the neighborhood Qatar here, also known as Mokujin21, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Geely Coolray. But before I get started, the usual disclaimer: I am not a car expert, but I do love cars, and I think there are a lot of people like me out there that just want to take a look at all of the cool features of the vehicle and get some nice close-ups. So let's get started. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get started. As you can see in the front, we've got that Geely logo right over there, and we've got a front-facing camera. You see that we've got these red accents around here, and that comes with the Sports Series or the S Series. Also, we've got this metallic-looking trim, but it's plastic. You'll see that we've got sensors over here too. And on the right hand side you've got what looks like vents, and actually they're just for show, although there are a couple of small holes right over here too. At the bottom you'll also notice that we've got this carbon fiber looking trim, but I'm pretty sure that it's just for show. But again, it actually looks very realistic. They've done a good job in making it look realistic. The reason why you would choose this car is if you're looking for something simple and cheap. And as you can see from the profile of the car, this actually does look pretty good. I like it, to be honest. I really like it. If we get close up to the rims over here, you can see that you've got those painted red brakes. So pretty cool that they've painted that too. You can see that they've paid attention to the details and tried to give someone that almost boy racer, or do they call them racers? Type of look to it, but they haven't gone overboard. This is what the, again, rear profile looks like. And as you can see, we've got this chrome looking trim that goes all the way around, and the glass goes from the front all the way to the rear. You've got some glass there too, and what that does is it makes the cabin feel extra spacious. If we get close up and look at the side mirrors, and again, as I said, I pay attention to these small little details so that it gives you an idea of whether this is the vehicle that is suitable for you. We've got this carbon fiber looking design on the sides. You've also got the indicator over here. Here you've got another camera, and that's because we've got bird's eye view, what they're calling, I think, 3D view, and you'll see why once we get into the car. And we're gonna go to the rear. Well, actually, before I go there, oh, S-Series, we got a wing. That's how you know it's sporty. So you've got the brake light up there. It's good that you've got rear wipers. Again, it says Geely over here. That's the Coolray logo. And you'll notice, of course, we've got a rear-facing camera. Of course, all around the car, you've also got these sensors. And the sensors do work really well. And you've got a reflector at the bottom. And then you've got your exhaust. And I think it's one exhaust that's just split into two. And they definitely do look like the real exhausts. But yeah, I think it's just the one that's split into the two. So let's go ahead and open up the rear. Let's see. Push the button. Lift this up. And I've just noticed another thing. It looks like we've got a washer so that we could wash the rear. That's pretty cool. So we've got these little rubber bits, these nets, so that you can make sure that things just don't roll around. They give you like a little emergency kit too. This is what the emergency kit looks like. And if we lift this up, you can see that you've got more storage compartments. You've got your jack and you've got some tools. And I guess you could hide, your manuals and other different things here if you wanted to. It's like your little secret stash. Secrets, okay. Also, you see that you've got these hooks over here for the baby seats. And you can push the seats down with this latch over here. And then it'll go down pretty flat. I think that's as flat as it goes. And now you can put your, what they always say? They always say you put your golf clubs, put your skis. I've never owned golf clubs or skis, but you can do that if you want to. All right, so on the left-hand side, not only do you have a light over here, but also you've got the power outlet, 12 volt, 120 watts. So we don't have any automated tailgate or boot, so use your muscles and push this down. All right, so now it's time to go to the back seat. So what we're gonna need to do is grab the seat belt, pull it forward, put the seat back into position. Right, so now we're sitting in the back seat, and to be honest, there's a lot of leg room. I'm 170 centimeters, so for me, it is quite a lot. On the left-hand side, let's take a look at the door. We've got this brushed metal look. Again, it's plastic, but it's just a look. You've got your handle over here. You've got metallic trim. You've also got the window buttons, and you've got this faux leather. It's this nice deep red and black. On the door, you've also got the speaker, and you've got this cubby hole so you can go and store some water if you wanted to. Put some bottles. In the center console, you can see that we've got some holes over here. I'm not entirely sure why we've got these holes here, but we do have one USB port so we can go and charge our devices. Now, here in the center, let's open this up. We don't have anything special, just two cup holders, but again, what do you expect? It's a good value vehicle. Let's close this. Now remember I showed you that you've got that window on the back. That's how it adds a little bit of extra lighting on the side, and I like it. I like it. This is what it looks like when you're looking at the back. And also on the left-hand side, you can see that you've got your lights, and you've got your handle, and you've got a hook so you can hang some clothes, and it folds out of the way. And that's pretty much it. One thing that I've noticed, and it might be important for some people, is that there are no AC vents on the back seat. So you're going to definitely rely on the front to push air back to you. And now it's time for us to go to the front seat. Let's go check it out. Oh, also, you've got auto unlock by touch. And this is what the car key looks like. Right, so on the left-hand side, we've got that brushed aluminum plastic, you've got the handle, you've got the window buttons, you've got the child lock, so, or even adult lock. Sometimes you just want people in the back seat to just don't touch, okay? You got the unlock and lock, and then you've got the automatic window adjustments or mirror adjustments for the side mirrors. Let's get inside. And as you can hear, it's quite silent. And that's one of the nice things about this cabin. So when you're sitting in the vehicle, you have nothing to worry about because you're going to be in the silence of your own thoughts. So let's see, what else can I show you before I start talking about the center console and showing all of this off? What else can I show you? We've got, of course, the visors. Visors come with the mirrors, and mirrors also come with a light. Now I've stepped out real quick just to show you that we've also got automatic seats. So you can go ahead and adjust our seats automatically, front, back, and then also you've got this faux leather with this fabric over here with a pattern. You've got these two buttons which usually can be programmed for your garage. You've got the door button, so lights turn on when one of the doors are open. Then you've also got this, the light, so you can turn on all of the lights. You've got this so that you can open up the shade. And as you can see, the shade opens up to all the way to the back. It's a big, giant sunroof. But if you wanted to open up the sunroof, it only opens up the first half. And let's close that up again. It's really hot. It's really hot. You want to know how hot it is? I'll show you how hot it is. 46. That's how hot it is. We've also got a little cubby hole so that you can store your glasses. You've got your mirror, and that's pretty much it. Let's take a look at the rest of the vehicle. The dash has, again, this nice deep red faux leather. It's almost like a rubber. You've got that brushed aluminium over here too. You've got an AC on the right, you've got two in the center, and then you got one on the left. Now on the left hand side, you can see that you've got a number of different buttons. This G symbol, because obviously it's Geely, is what you need to use if you want to adjust the brightness. You got that? And then this will allow you to adjust the angle of your light. Now in the center console, you've got two cup holders. You've got this little area over here which you could use to, I don't know, maybe put some coins, maybe put a pen in here. You can open this up, and again you've got a small storage compartment. Over here you've got your park. Yes, you got an electronic parking brake. This is the auto start stop, which I never turn on. Here I guess you could put some cards if you wanted to. Maybe if you had like a card that to open up, you know, your gate or your garage with one of those. You've got eco mode, sport mode, incline or when you're decline. You've got a 360 camera button. You've got this, it says parking and then a steering wheel. When I push it, it just shows me the parking camera. And then you've got the parking sensors. Over here, we've got this mat where you can go ahead and put your phone, drop your phone in there if you want to. Let's drop my phone. Here you go. Drop my phone. Let me see, is it wireless charging? No, it's not. Okay. So you can drop your phone in there. These are your buttons for your AC. You can turn auto off, AC on. You can have interior circulation, adjust the mode, and then you've got, you know, your defroster, and you've got your front glass air exhausting thing that just causes more humidity, and then you end up turning on your wipers. This is how you adjust either AC max or you adjust the temperature. And as you move this around, you'll notice that it also goes ahead and changes the screen for you. You see that? Steering wheel. So you've got the Geely logo. On the left hand side, I guess this is your speed limiter. It also has Arabic language support, which is pretty cool. You can set the limit here. This is how you answer and hang up. On the right hand side, this is basically the menu button that will change to the home screen on your screen on the right hand side. So this is the button that you're going to need to push. Mute, up, down, left, right. This is how you adjust the mode. And again, you can see I'm adjusting the mode. And then this is your menu button to open up the menu on the center screen. But first of all, let me also mention on the left hand side, you've got your blinkers. You've got, you can set this to auto, which I really love in all vehicles because I always forget to turn on the lights, to be honest. And then of course you've got your fog lights, and you do turn them on and off by simply pushing this button. On the right hand side, you've got a switch right over here so you can turn on your wipers. There you go. And if you wanted to get extra sporty, you probably noticed you've got these paddles right over here. Let me see, can I get to the back? Not much of a view, but anyway, that's what the paddles look like. Alright, so first of all, this isn't a giant screen. This part over here is your screen. This part looks digital, but it's actually just LED lights that shows you the important information. To be honest, it's really smart of Geely to do that. You know, you're not wasting screen. And obviously you're always going to want this information in front of you, such as, you know, how much petrol you have in your tank. When you accelerate, that's what it looks like. Now we're on standard mode, by the way. If I push Eco, it then changes the design. You got the nice blue accents now on the side, as you can see. And now it's really focused on Eco mode. You'll also see that the front left seat has turned red. And that's to indicate that I'm a passenger and I'm in the seat. To be honest, I didn't expect that we would see such a feature, but there you go. All right. Now, if I switch to sport mode, everything turns red. And as you can see, it's focusing more on your RPMs. And you'll notice that the back, by the way, is red too, because that's to indicate that I didn't close the boot properly. But let's ignore that for now. Ignore that, okay? But yeah, now you can see we're in sport mode, and it really focuses on your RPMs and it has your speed right in the center. If I push sport one more time, I'll go back to the yellow mode, which is basically the standard mode. If I click on the menu button, as you can see, I can change some of the things on the screen. Let me just go ahead and push that one more time. And we're going to try to shift between the different menus. All right, so you press on menu, and then it shows you your speed in the center. and I can scroll so I can see the pressure and the temperature of each tire. I can see the average distance. I can see how much I have driven, and I can see how much I'm using, how much petrol I'm using, and that's pretty much it. Oh, I can see the total left over on a full tank. That's a lot, guys. 435 kilometers on a full tank. Wow. And this is how long I've been driving for, the average speed, and that's it, we're done. If I go to the next, I can see that I've got an alert. This is where it shows you the alert. It's showing me that one of the doors is not open, or still open. Sorry, I need to close it. This is how I can control the music. This is for the Bluetooth calls if I want to use my phone. And then this is settings. So I'm going to go to settings and I'm going to change the language to English. We're going to go back. As you can see, vehicle, trip computer, time, unit. And I can change my units if I wanted to. I can change the temperature from centigrade to Fahrenheit. Pressure. So I can choose kPAs or PSIs. Like PSI. Give me that PSI! And then I can choose mileage and fuel, and that's it. Time to set the time, trip computer, so I can see single fuel consumption, average fuel consumption, distance to empty, journey time, average speed, tire pressure, and I can go back. And you've got EPS mode, which stands for private mode, I think, private vehicle mode. And you can go ahead and link it to different accounts so that it'll automatically set things to comfort, sport, or normal as you like. You've got the overspeed alarm, so you can set a limit. You can manually set the limit yourself. So in this case, it's 120. You can adjust the volume. Distance to next service. That's I guess the intervals. And again, the language which we chose was English. And that's pretty much it. We're done. And that's another thing we're going to focus on. I really like this nice, simple screen in the center. You've got a button over here. Now, this button only turns off the screen, but doesn't turn off the function. So if you're listening to some music, you see, the screen's off, but you can still hear your music. And this is how you control the volumes with volume down, volume up. Okay, so if we push the Geely icon, it takes you to the homepage. The homepage, you can see you've got music, phone, radio, photo gallery, video, setup, 360 panorama, DVR, and QD link. Now, before I talk about that, you'll also notice that you've got some important icons on the bottom left, the bottom right, and on the top right. So this is basically like a normal tablet, and this is one of the main reasons why I like it, and it's quite responsive too. If I tap on this icon, I can change the temperature real quick. If I tap on this icon, I can change the air conditioning speed, and this is how I choose how the flow of air, I want the flow of air to change. And you've got different zones, you've got the left zone and the right zone. So if I go back home and the person on the right or the passenger wants to go ahead and change their temperature, they can do that real easily by themselves. Okay, now also on the top right, you'll see that you've got that camera button right over here, but you can't touch that. The way that you adjust that is with DVR. So if you go into DVR, yes indeed, you've got a video recorder, and all you need to do is put in your micro SD card and it will record for you. And this is great in case, you have an accident. God forbid, I hope you never have an accident. But yeah, you've got this right over here to give you the evidence that you need. You've got that emergency video recording. So that's cool. And then you can also, of course, obviously go back on playback when you've got some videos. And you can take some photos too if you wanted to. Now, another way of accessing that content is by going to photo gallery or video. And if you had some content, you'd be able to play it. You can also play your own videos if you have connected a USB device to your laptop or your mobile phone. All right, so let's go into settings real quick. Let's see, what settings do we have available to us? We've got auto mirror. The Geely has arrived. We've got the auto mirror folding after car locking. That's good. You've got lamp settings. Daylight driving lamp. I like leaving that on. Time accompanying me on my way home. Comfort setting. Window anti-clip alarm. Car window rises automatically when you lock. And windscreen wiper interlocks after reversing. Then you've got reminder type, lamp light and horn. So you can either have it just flash when you lock your car, for example, and go tip, or you can just have the lights just flash twice. And then you've got blind spot monitoring, and you can choose if you want an alarm or if you just want an indicator, which shows up on the glass on the left-hand side right over there. So you have the option. And again, this is one of the reasons why I like this vehicle, is because you've got options. Connection, so you can connect via Bluetooth. The display, you can adjust the brightness. Theme mode, so instrument linking with the drive mode. Oh, interesting mundo, guys. So I can choose if I want a specific color. So maybe I want this mode just all the time, even when it's standard. I can go ahead and use that if I want to. That's pretty cool. I'm going to leave it linked to the mode that I've selected over here. But the fact that they let you customize, if that's what you wanted to go red mode, that's pretty cool. All right, so then you've got the driving video restriction. So if you wanted to, you turn that off, and then this will allow you to play video even though you're driving. Okay, then you've got, is there anything else I need to choose? No. Then you've got voice, balance attenuation. Wow, you got loads of microphones, I guess. Or where do you want it to listen to your voice? You've got volume adjustment. So you can basically go ahead and adjust your alarm that's different to your media, that's different to your phone. You can decide. You've also got touchscreen sound, so it goes a little tap tap if you want to. I'll leave that on. And then speed sensitive volume adjustment, so that's when you are accelerating. Maybe there's some extra sound in your cabin, so this will increase the volume of the music you're listening to. If you go into system, about this device, nothing much to see here. Storage, if you've got a memory card installed, show you how much storage you have left over. However, it does look like there's some internal storage in here too, 24 gigs. And then you can reset to factory settings. So that's pretty much it for the settings. Now, as I said, you've got radio, phone, and music. So if you select phone, boom, it'll open up phone for you. But if you didn't want to touch those, you can have those quick menus. So here, this is just to open up settings real quick, phone real quick, radio real quick, and then music real quick. If I go back home one more time and I swipe to the right, then you can see some quick access buttons. And then you can go ahead and choose touchscreen sound, driving video restriction, blind spot monitoring, auto mirror, all of the usual stuff. But like just quick settings just for you to access in case you want to turn something on or off later on. So now let me show you something that I didn't expect to see in this vehicle. So if I go ahead and push on this button right over here, the 360 button, look at that. Oh yes, get a little animation, and then we got that bird's eye view, and then we can go ahead and select which camera we want to use. So just make sure that this stays locked on. I can look on the right, look on the left. This is just for this section. I always see the bird's eye view on the right hand side, and I really like this format a lot. I can go ahead and tap to see what's going on behind me. And then I can go ahead and choose 3D. It goes back into 3D mode, and then I can either go ahead and choose the angle that I want, or I can go ahead and do this. It's like a game. Guys, this is pretty cool. You gotta admit, it's pretty cool. Now, one of the things that I can also do is choose on this. I can tap on zoom in, and I can choose if I want to have that area, and you can see that it's stitching together 3 different cameras. The back, so I can have a really wide angle, ultra wide angle back, or I can look at the left, the right, and the bird's eye view, or I can just look at the rear left, rear right, and the bird's eye view. That is pretty cool. And you've also got the lane lines as well, so make sure you don't bang into anything. And then you can choose, you can have it either low speed steering linkage. So if you have this turned on, when you slow down, it'll automatically show you this on the screen. I like to have that. I have that specifically on a Lexus as well. So I really like that feature to be on. You can also have high speed steering linkage too. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I like it. Now, I guess I'm just going to give you some beauty shots so you can take a look at the vehicle, and hopefully this video helped you select the right car for you if you were thinking about buying the Coolray. And in general, I really do think that the interior is real nice. I think it's nice and simple. Again, it's a cheap vehicle. and maybe this is going to be the car for you. And now you know all of the different features that are in the Coolray. All right. If you guys like this video, please don't forget to give me a like, because thumbs are free, but they mean a lot to me. And if you didn't like the video, but you appreciate the effort, just give me a like anyway. Yalla, thank you. Take care.